Well. Could Chris Evans be taking up the Captain America shield once again? Well, apparently so. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a pretty big update from Deadline on Captain America. Well, the end of Phase 3 for the Marvel Universe saw Steve Rogers find some sort of peace and retirement, and finally do some of that living Tony talked about. But now, a new report from Deadline says that Steve Rogers himself, Chris Evans, might be dusting off the shield and returning to the MCU. Now, before we break this down, make sure you press like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell. We're giving away this PlayStation 5 once we hit the 25,000 subscriber mark. All you have to do to get in on the contest is leave a comment. Wow, well, this Deadline article caught me really off guard this morning. We have speculated for quite a long time that Chris Evans would eventually return to the MCU as Steve Rogers, most likely in Secret Wars. Now, this report is coming from Deadline, and what they are saying is Chris Evans is very close to closing a deal and reprising his role as Steve Rogers in the MCU. Now, details on the deal are super vague, and obviously nobody but Evans' people and Marvel know the full scope. The fact that this is being reported in a major trade is a pretty big deal. Apparently, Deadline did reach out to Marvel, and Marvel had no comment. We've had a whole string of these reports, especially in major trades in the last year, that Marvel refused to give any sort of comments. Haley Steinfeld was one, and we didn't find out she was in Hawkeye until the day of filming. Now, Chris Evans has been pretty public that after Avengers Endgame he would no longer be Captain America and would pass the shield on to Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson. In the report, they said that things have changed in recent months, as the idea was floated of Evans returning to the MCU as Rogers to see if there was any interest, and apparently Chris Evans became more game to the idea, with the two sides coming together for some sort of agreement right at the beginning of the year. Now, what this means is unclear. Is he returning as young Steve Rogers? Could this be old Steve Rogers, or could it be flashback sequences or even a World War II set film? Who knows? Heck, how about a Disney Plus series where we see Steve Rogers return all 6 Infinity Stones? 6 stones? 6 episodes. Works perfect. But just the simple fact that Chris Evans is returning to the role should get fans pretty excited. As we've said here for a really long time, I felt like Chris Evans would return as Steve Rogers in Secret Wars, which Marvel is clearly building to and will likely be an amalgamation of the original Secret Wars and the 2015 event. The 2015 version of Secret Wars saw Marvel mash up their whole multiverse into one battle world, which gave us multiple versions of almost every character in Marvel in this limited series. Now, how he will return is still pretty unclear and obviously is being worked out. So when we get more details on it, we're going to bring it to you right away. But I'm really curious on what you guys think. How do you feel about Chris Evans returning as Steve Rogers in the MCU? And how do you bring Chris back without diminishing that great ending of Steve Rogers' character arc in Endgame? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.